Hey guys, it's been a while since I've talked to you last. Is this a new house behind me? Yeah, I think it is. Um, I am in a new house. I know the last video I had that came out at the beginning of the year said that I had moved into a new house. The owner of this house is the same owner as the house I was in. This is a much bigger house, so I was actually able to just transfer my lease over to this house. So this is going to be this year's house that I'm going to decorate. Now I've got plenty of work to do. I'm going to be adding an element this year that I haven't added, that I haven't played with before. I actually just picked it up. Met another guy here locally that is really into the lights, and he's doing a lot of pixel work. And he has some RGB flood system that I was able to get off of him. So I'm going to be implementing that in this year's show. I'm tossing around the idea of bringing back my water show, just a small one. If we take a look at this house, let me flip the camera around. Looking at this house this year, I've got this big pine tree that I'm actually thinking about cutting down because of the palm tree behind it. I like the palm tree behind it over here, and there's another one over here that's similar behind this oak tree. I don't think I'm going to be able to do a mega Christmas tree this year because of the way that it's set up. I've got an oak tree over here, and I want to focus a lot on this palm tree, and I don't want to put, even if I cut this tree down, I don't want to put the mega tree in front of it. Also, the roof line is pretty high, so if I put the mega tree in the back, most of it will be blocked. So I'm really still debating on what I'm going to do. I know it's already September 3rd, so I'm running out of time already. I got to make my mind up. But the cool thing about this house is it is very kind of symmetrical. It's got these three arches, no front porch or anything, so I'm just got to go with what I got going on here. I've got some ideas in mind, but we'll cross the bridge when we get there. So I'm going to take you guys inside and show you. I'm thinking about go ahead and lighting up that new RGB floodlight system today. Maybe get that hooked up, see how bright those floods are. My initial idea was to put them on the palm trees. I've got 8 lights altogether in the system. So, and I would like to keep them up year round, so I can just have them as like more of a static throughout the rest of the year, and then have them programmed to the show during the show. So let's see what we can do. Okay, this is what I was able to get. That's actually the CMB24D. It is a RGB controller, and it has 12 channels on one side, 12 on the other. Now the RGB uses 3 channels each, so we're looking at 4 spotlights and 4 spotlights, so 8 spotlights total. This here is the spotlight, or one of them. It has 3 LEDs inside there. And then we get them it's hooked up to the Lightorama network. It can either be, I'm not an expert about this, I'm still learning, but it can be either used through DMX or the Lightorama network, depending on how these toggles are placed. So I've got the box discovered and the sequence record set up with the my DMX universe right here, and then basically I'm just playing around with some of the effects that it has, different colors we get. So if let's see if we can get like a more of an orange color. So let's choose orange. Okay, to orange. This is a little tedious. I think there should be a better way, and I'm not sure if there is or not. But now that we have orange, the color fade. And we hit play. Stop that. And there's the orange color. So it's actually a pretty decent flood. It's not a spot, it's a flood. I mean, I'm in a closet, so it's doing pretty good coverage. I'm going to be shooting this up one of the trees, so I think I might turn it sideways and have it shoot up. So so it's more, because more rectangular, so it shoots more of a rectangular. So if I put it this way up the tree, it might work a little bit better. But this is my new toy. So, and like I said, I might have this up and installed more on a permanent basis, so I can actually, depending on the time of year, have some static display on what the colors, you know, with this, depending on the holidays. So that's why I'm fooling around right now with the oranges and the purples and more Halloween or fall color. And then during the show, whether I do a Halloween show or not this year, which I'm still up in the air whether I'm going to do that or not, I will be able to use this during the show. But then when you know, when it's off season, then we can just place the colors whatever we want and just have it, you know, come on as you know, at sunset and stay on until midnight or something like that. So I'm really excited about this. This is a pretty good deal. So anyway, that's it for now. Okay, guys, I know I made some of the, I guess, the first clips of this video seemingly probably about a couple weeks ago, and I've been pretty busy at work. They're working us, you know, overtime a lot and everything like that. But I finally got the RGB floods up, as you can see in the back. And right now I've got them. Let me turn the camera around. Right now I've got them on just an animated sequence that's looping, that's kind of fading between some colors. And it's a full moon out here, so you know it's a little bit brighter than it normally would be. But I got 4 spotlights. These are 10-watt spotlights right underneath that window, but shining up in different angles. I've got 2 over these palm trees here, and I've got 1 pointing up and 1 pointing down on this oak tree. So you can see, hopefully, that the 10-watt floods are actually doing pretty well for yeah, they're actually pretty good. And I like how it's kind of, if you can see up underneath the arches, how it's kind of like lighting those up, and underneath the peak there. Let me go up and show you exactly how I've got them mounted. I've actually got just the bracket mounted into the spot where the my storm shutters would go. So as you can see, I got 2 on the edge kind of pointed outwards, and then these other 2 kind of pointing not straight up but a little bit out. So I'm going to be putting together a little bit of a static type show. I'm going to put some strobes on right now. I'm going to make these things strobe and see what kind of effect we got there. Okay, now what I've got is I've got these lights doing the difference between the shimmer and the twinkle. Let's see. I don't know what's playing there. Wait till the end of the sequence here. I should start with red. There's red shimmer, red twinkle, purple shimmer, purple twinkle. Now you see what's happening there. You got blue shimmer, blue twinkle, or at least the color that I picked. There's white shimmer and white twinkle. You see that the white twinkle is almost all the different colors, shimmering it and flashing at a different time. It looks like this is screwing up my camera a little bit, but let me try to explain it. Yeah, the actual sequence editor here where I'm in Lightorama. If we go to, you know, first of all, these are RGB colors, right? So if I want the red, if I'm looking at the RGB is red, red, green, and blue. Out of these 3 colors, you can make any color, technically, with a combination of the colors. So a shimmer, which is this indication with the diagonal lines, will blink every single color that is on at the same time. Alright, so if I have these on, it means all the lights that require to be turned on to make this color red will blink at the exact same time on every single channel. Okay. Now if you're doing red, basic red, green, blue, no big deal. Alright, because that's just really one of those LED lights on. But when we come to the purple, see if we can make a sense of what, oops, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that either. Let's see if we can open up the 3 channels. Okay, there we go. To make this purple, we need this amount of blue and this amount of red combined and no green. So when you shimmer, that's great because the red and the blue will shimmer and flash at the same time. But when you go over to twinkle, now the red and the green are going to flash at different times because it's more of a shimmer. It's more of a random variety of when they come on, when they don't. So in that case, you're not going to get each individual bulb blinking the right color. You're going to get each individual LED node blinking its amount of color to try to make this color, and it's going to give you a weird rainbowy blinking effect on the house, as you probably saw in the earlier video. Alright, same thing with, well, the blue is just a blue, but to get the white you need all 3 colors. So when the white was shimmering, it was shimmering or flashing, all the light bulbs were flashing at the same time white. When it went to go twinkle, you started getting a rainbow effect, all 3 colors shimmering at different times. Alright, so keep that in mind when you're using this feature. If you're going to use the RGB and you want to use the shimmer or twinkle feature, I like the twinkle because that means each individual bulb will be blinking at a different time as the bulb right next to it. So if I wanted to strobe across the house white, I would say, oh, twinkle. This way all the bulbs are blinking at different times. If it's shimmer, then all the bulbs will be blinking at the exact same time. But the problem with doing that is I'm not going to get white blinking at different times. I'm actually going to get red, green, blue blinking on different bulbs at different times because in technicality, there's 3 different colors in each bulb. So I'm going to try to figure out a way to make it work a little bit better. Not sure how. Not sure how I'm going to do that, but maybe there's a way I can do that. And why would I do that? Maybe if I wanted to, especially for Halloween, make it look like lightning flash across the house or something, and I wanted to, instead of flashing all together, maybe I wanted to flash differently. I don't know. That's just one of those things that, just playing with it right now, I wouldn't have figured out until I actually got a hold of it. So anyway, I'm going to now upload this video. So this is technically the first technical video for the season. I do have a lot of, as I explained in the previous video clips, I do have a lot of work to do in this house. I have some ideas. I'm not really sure which idea I'm going to go with yet, which I need to set a time. My first goal that I need to set within the next couple weeks here is an actual plan so I can move forward towards that plan. So I've got a lot to choose with. I wanted to get these lights up because I wanted to put something on for Halloween or for fall or whatever, so I can play around with them and see how they work, and then if I start programming it, I can kind of see how the lights, you know, what color. It might look like purple here, but it doesn't look like purple in real life. So so I get to play with that a little bit. So if you get a chance to use some of these, I'm a fan. I like it so far. The little programming on Lightorama is a little bit so maybe next year I might be focusing on maybe switching over to X-Lights, but I heard it's a lot easier there. But for right now, we're just going to use Lightorama and go with that. So anyway, make sure you like and subscribe, thumbs up, and we'll see you soon with the next video.